Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Texans are very quickly out to a 7-0 lead.
Kaimi Fairbairn, the kickoff for Houston.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. The return starts from the 5. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Throwing right away is Dart. And this will be incomplete, but a penalty flag down on the play. And let's see who's guilty. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. That is brought in. And they're not going to catch up to him. He will score. 74 yards. Touchdown, New York. The extra point is good. The Giants come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback. On play action. Stroud. Flush to his right. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
And we've seen this time and time again. When this guy is in a groove like he is here, I mean, he's impossible to block. I mean, the offensive line, they've got to come up with a better plan to slow him down, or he's going to completely wreck this game.
Joe Mixon. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain of 21 on that pass play. First down for Houston.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Texans first down.
Stroud going to get rid of this to Dell. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2 yards on the pickup.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll find his man. That's Jaden Higgins. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down. A pickup of 8.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 29 yards line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
All right.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's into the hands of Dell on the right side. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
That's another Texans first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Back to throw. Stroud. This one intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Giants will get the ball at their own 17-yard line.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
Here's Dart on first and 10. Go left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
So try again here, second and 10. A play fake, now Dart, forced out wide. He'll get rid of it and complete it. They're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
4 yards.
Here's first and 10.
Giants, first down.
Out of the gun, here comes Dart, exiting the pocket right. Now he'll run. And he's out of bounds after a pickup of 3.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
To the air on second down. Dart. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. And that is incomplete. Darius Slayton was the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a third down.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike. And that route right there, we used to call it a big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity. And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
And we will not have a return. This one angled out of bounds.
At their own 25-yard line.
From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10.
Here we go. 18. Let's
Stroud going to set up the throw. He'll get that out to Mixon. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
So the hope is, when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on them early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Second down and 3.
Here we go.
A run here with Mixon. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. It's Texans football. Quarter number 2 begins. They've got it facing third and a yard.
Okay. 18. What's that?
They'll let the fullback try to push the pot. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down.
First down, Texans.
Here we go. 118. That's it.
On first down, it's Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
A quick throw taken in out wide by Dell. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
That's another Texans first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Stroud to throw here on first down. That's going to be incomplete. Covered very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Throwing on second down. Stroud. They're trying to work the screen with Mixon. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. That's going to be caught. He's going to be out of bounds. He is well shy where he needed to get to. It'll bring up fourth down.
Fairbairn on for the field goal.
Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
And 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Third down, 3 to go. Out of the shotgun, it's Dart. He's got his receiver, it's Jones. 14 on the pickup. That's good for a Giants first down.
And the Giants first down.
To the air once more is Dart. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Unfortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. Throwing again, Dart. Now he'll air this one out deep for Hyatt. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete. So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. To the air again goes Dart. He's got his tight end. That's Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That's the second time they found him on this drive, and this one's good for 24 yards. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Dart gonna throw it again. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down. They'll go play action here with Dart. Forced to his right. Off he goes. And he'll wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they failed to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
A run, it's Jones, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. The Texans going to go ahead and use their 1st timeout here. Talk things over before 3rd down. Throwing is Dart. Here comes the screen to Jones. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Velus Jones. Touchdown, New York. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year.
This has to be a defensive breakdown, Mike. I promise you, all week in practice, when the scout team ran this play.
Oh, and flipping back to the kicker. It's a fake. This will be incomplete. Not sure what they could have seen that makes this a good call. Going for it with a fake on an extra point, and they get nothing out of it. This is fielded inside the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Your spot is big tight end. That's Dalton Schultz. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. They'll run out of the gun with Mixon. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. On 2nd down, Stroud. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw, Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Yards to go.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
First and 10 at the
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. Right back to Dell. He's got it again. And they'll take this down inside the 35. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Tank Dell was the one he was looking for. 3rd down coming up.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
That is caught. Finding Higgins. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their 2nd. And we'll stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
First down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Houston.
18. That's it.
Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. He'll let this go towards the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot to get his hands on the ball and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you were sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
To throw, it's Dart on 1st and 10. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 79 Broncos.
To throw is Dart. And open downfield, it's Johnson. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard
A
line.
run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. A safe kick taken at the 5. They'll go with the reverse. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80.
Throwing, Dart. One to his right. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds. Trying to connect with Cam Scattaboo coming out of the backfield. It's 2nd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But Biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
3rd and 2. Here we go. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Buffalo 18.
They'll go, and here's Dart. That's caught by Jones out of the backfield. And he will have a Giants 1st down, as that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th down.
Ready?
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now Dart. That is caught. And he will go all the way. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, Giants. His 2nd catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike.
Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball will be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Here we go. 18. What's that?
On the bootleg, it's Stroud. He's got his man. That's Nico Collins. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the
2nd down throw for Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Dell. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Oh, right.
Here's Stroud. It's caught outside. It's complete. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down.
Here we go.
They will work the middle with Mixon. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
A loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and
On
12.
play action. Stroud
37-yard
out to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. 2nd time they've connected on this drive. 19 yards out of this one.
1st down, Texans.
They'll go play action with Stroud. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
2nd and 10.
At 18. That's right. Look the hot.
Stroud to throw. And he overshoots everyone. It's through the back of the end zone. And incomplete.
Well, it's no secret to anybody who follows this league. This is one of the elite playmakers in the entire NFL. So he put one high, thinking his guy would go up there and get it. We've seen him do it so many times before, but just puts a little too much on it and ends up sailing over his head.
And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Texans are able to get it back within a score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This one taken at the 7. Here comes a reverse. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready. 79 Broncos. Here we go.
On 1st down, Dart on the run to the right. He's going to air this one out for Joe. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. A big-time play out of the G-Men. 36 yards.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Dart on 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Mustang 9. 70 perfect. Cut.
Out of shotgun. It's Dart. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The Giants field goal unit out on the field. This will be from 56 yards away. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Giants will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. He'll get that out to Mixon. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go. 18.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 5.
Here we go.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He's got his tight end. It's Schultz. 15 yards through the air. It's good for a Texans 1st down.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Houston.
On the ground, it's Mixon. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Dell, the motion man.
Where's the hot?
Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud. This one not quite on target. Too much. That one falls incomplete. 3rd down and 3. From the gun, here's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
Only quick, right?
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Now he'll work his way out right. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Dane Belton. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. So they make the decision on 4th down to try to go for it. Instead, it goes back the other way for a pick 6.
Yeah, and anytime you go for it on 4th down, you're saying, hey, we don't mind rolling the dice and taking some chances. In this case, it backfires. The defense is able to capitalize, and they take it.
Now, how about this? It's a fake. This will be incomplete. Not sure what they could have seen that makes this a good call. Going for it with a fake on an extra point, and they get nothing out of it. Here's Stout after the touchdown to send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On 1st down, it's Stroud. Throw caught by Dell on the outside. He's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
On 2nd down, Stroud. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Tyler Nubin. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here is Dart. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
The throw is Dart. Oh, a loose ball. It appears one of the Giants, yes, they were able to fall on it, so they keep possession.
It's now 3rd down.
Third and long, and Dart is going to throw. Now he'll air this one out deep for Hyatt. And he will score. Jalin Hyatt, touchdown, New York. That's the 5th touchdown for him of the year. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now. I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
36, Texans 13.
Here's Stout after the touchdown to send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Oh, hey. Hey, Keith. What's up? Stop.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. That'll be taken in by Mixon. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Throwing is Stroud. Trying the right side. Taken in by Collins.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
To throw is Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack. And it'll set up a 3rd down.
On the quick, right? Hey, Keith. What's up?
Here's Mixon. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down. Stroud. That's taken in. And he's going to get there. He's got the 1st down. What great awareness after the catch. He gets enough to move the chain.
Oh, hey. Tony.
To throw, it's Stroud. He will let this go. Deep downfield for Dell. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder to their position.
And he'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. A gain of 24 through the air. 1st down, Giants.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, New York. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And And Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ballgame.
Here's Stout after the touchdown to send this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
Their own 35-yard line.
On first down, they'll start with Mixon. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Second down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Now, faking the give, moving to his right. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Third, they need 8.
All right.
Now, Stroud. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They're on the cover.
Out, what's that? What? 18. What's that? 11.
Stroud going to set up to throw. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down.
Is a turnover.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
Well, I think the two of us kind of looked at each other up here in the booth, Mike, like I'm a little surprised they're still throwing the ball at this stage of the game with the lead, but when you've had as much success through the air that they've had today, I don't think I can blame them for trying to pad the stats a little bit.
Dart going to throw here on 2nd down. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Out of the gun, here comes Dart. Now he'll air this one out deep for Hyatt, and that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, you're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
On the quick, right? 18. What's that?
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. Now a deep ball here for Collins. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Here we go, let's go.
Now Stroud. The throw left side finds down. And we'll get whistles and a timeout. So they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway. 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Swap. Another swap.
Stroud to throw. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Let the hot.
Here we go. One final play. He's got his man complete to Dell. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win for the men in blue. The Giants get it done. And that's now 4 victories in a row as they continue to play as well as anyone in the NFL. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.
Everybody's got a song called